Did SaaStr Outdoors deliver better than SaaStr Indoors?
Will we see a sequel to LinkedIn Stories?
And is the future of selling slacking off with your prospects?
This, and only this, today on Full Funnel. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Full Funnel. He is Tyler Lassard, I am Raj Nation. This is the only show where the expectations are so low that we always outkick our coverage. Full Funnel is brought to you exclusively on Sales Feed, and every week we break down 3 hot topics happening in the world of sales in under 10 minutes, all to help you go out, show out, and fill up your funnel.
Well, the SaaStr conference happened, and it happened outdoors. To learn more about the event, we're going to pass it over to our sales feed correspondent, Dooley's own Ryan Scalera, live from the SaaStr conference.
Oh, am I on air? All right, thanks guys. This is Ryan Scalera reporting live from SaaStr. It's the first in-person live SaaStr event since the Dark Ages, and people are loving the mostly outdoor get-together. With 6,200 plus attendees, 250 plus keynote speakers, and 150 plus sponsors, this crowd could not be more excited for the future of software. One major takeaway is the style and format of the event. The amount of feedback that we've overheard of people wanting to keep the outdoor arrangement or some sort of hybrid is absolutely overwhelming. It's like a carnival for software. Companies like G2 stepped up their sponsorship of the event in a big way, with their CMO Amanda Malco delivering a fiery keynote, as well as playing putt-putt in the multiple tents that they had available. Sorry folks, the crowd is getting a bit rowdy out here, excited to learn, network, and do business. And some brands are really doing all that they can to try and stand out among the crowd. Wait, is that Ding?
Yeah, shout out to Dooley. You know, we never unruly. Yeah, how about your toolies? Right there, right there. If your pipeline forecast not good, then we really care. I said that, I swear. Yeah, I can't see the stage.
Yep, he's on a chariot. Well, we're really excited for the next one. Back to you, Raj and Tyler.
LinkedIn announced recently they were pulling back its Stories feature from all member accounts, citing specific user feedback and apparently a desire for more stickers. Now, I gotta tell you, when LinkedIn rolled out Stories a couple years ago, I was a big fan of it because I saw it as an opportunity to be able to put up quick, punchy content. Because let's face it, if you are an active user of LinkedIn, you gotta make the most use out of that one post you get per day. So the value in Stories was being able to just show, hey, maybe you're going to get that coffee in between meetings, or maybe you're at a networking event in the evening. So I'm actually kind of perplexed that they seem to only be considering the video aspect. And I will tell you, what I always found very peculiar was when they rolled out Stories, they actually said, we have stickers and you'll get more only if you use the stickers that we give you. Even though we know the current stickers aren't that good, which didn't make any sense at all to me. And I think what's funny is one of the biggest member feedback items was, we want more stickers. Tyler, on your end, were you ever a LinkedIn Stories user like I was?
Well, I have to admit, I was not. While it is an interesting tool for people who think of themselves as content creators on LinkedIn, many other people simply use LinkedIn as a way to connect, to share content, and to put their best stuff out there. There's a full post mentality, which feels like a lot of effort. I need to write something, I need to record something, it's my big shot. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have these short stories which disappear quickly. And for people who don't have big followings, it may not feel worth it because they're only gonna get 1 or 2 views on it. Get rid of stories, get rid of everything else. I don't care. Just give me the laughing emoji to add to posts. If you agree, let us know in the comments, and maybe together we can all get LinkedIn to do it.
The chatter that generated a ton of buzz and discord from teams, big and small, coming out of Salesforce's Dreamforce event was their big push to make Slack a part of the pre-sale process. Now, Tyler, how do you see this being able to aid a sale moving forward?
Well, this is really interesting to me, and actually one of the few announcements and innovations in the Salesforce platform that I've personally gotten really excited about in recent years. Because the idea here is that as a sales rep, as a deal team, we can now create Slack channels with our customers, invite our champions, invite other decision makers in there as a way to have a continuous conversation asynchronously during a deal cycle. They can ask questions in that Slack channel, you can respond, you can record and share videos in there, share other forms of content in a way that's just really simple and natural for people. And the best part about that is it now reduces our dependency on live meetings and live Zoom calls. But it doesn't end just there. Salesforce is also enabling Slack to be used for internal deal rooms. So your internal teams can also share documents, information, and updates on accounts. And what I love about that is it reduces our dependency, but this time on actually using Salesforce itself to manage all of our notes. So I think this is actually a big win for sales teams. And if you're not yet using it in this way, try it out. It's a really simple process and I think can be super helpful.
I think what will be the biggest initial hurdle to overcome is how do you talk to your prospect in a way where you're not just replicating what you would say in an email follow-up in Slack. And specifically what I mean by that is once a prospect starts ghosting you, the classic, just following up, it's actually, I would argue, a little bit more annoying if you're getting Slack with someone saying, hey, did you see this? I think there's going to have to be an understanding that just because you're in the same Slack channel doesn't mean that they are required to have an instantaneous response. And I also think you're going to have to still figure out ways to make sure that your communication is tight and concise. Because Tyler, if you have a Slack room with a prospect and I'm talking to that same prospect and we're competing for business, won't we both have Slack channels where we're trying to communicate with that prospect? So we've got to figure out ways to be able to provide value still, even though the medium has changed, and make sure we're not being pestering or bothers.
Well, in the spirit of keeping communication tight and concise, we're going to move right into our close.
We've reached the end of our funnel. Let's do a quick recap of today's show. In top funnel, Ryan Scalera brought us the biggest news coming out of SaaStr.
In mid funnel, we talked about LinkedIn pulling back its stories feature. For more on that, check out the article below to understand what happened and where it might be going.
And in bottom funnel, we talked about how Salesforce is pushing the use of Slack in its pre-sale processes for sales teams. To learn more about how you can use communication and chat apps in pre-sale, check out the resource we've linked below. That does it for us. Our funnel is full. We hope you have the news and information to go back out there and fill up yours. He's Tyler Lessard. I'm Raj Nation. You have been watching Full Funnel exclusively on Sales Feed. We will see you next time. But in the meantime, remember, coupons are not redeemable for cash or gift cards and may not be combined with any other offers, discounts, or promotions. We'll see you next time, everybody.